That's a big cow. Probably old Magic Mike milkshake. 1,800 pounds, do whatever I want, cheese and buttermilk. All right, Milky. Mock headline. Cow loses steer down. Loss is utter disgrace. Gotta go, pal. The box score.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
Oh, hello, and welcome to the box score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles, joined by the Danetts in the Milford Man Cave. The hair discussion took over the day today, and it was pondered whether Matthew McConaughey's moss was real or not. Let me see, Paulie, how crushing would it be if it was to be revealed that he only had maybe a wreath like Caesar and Fritzy?
You know, I don't know. It wouldn't bother me that much. Again, it's not like sports where if he's cheating, he's breaking the record of someone cooler. It's not like, you know, again, I think Dan said, who cares what people in Hollywood do? Their looks are their moneymaker. So if he's got fake hair up there, good for him. He's got some good stuff.
Well, Kevin Frazier wanted to weigh in on the topic, called in on the fly, then DP put him on the hot seat, and then he revealed maybe something that he shouldn't have.
I don't think McConaughey has plugs. I think he's legit. But I will tell you this, Dan. There's just as many guys doing it as there are ladies. There's a lot of ladies, but there are just as many guys.
Okay.
It blew me away.
Tom Cruise. Kev, does Tom Cruise have a hairpiece?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I can't say.
You just said yes.
No, I didn't. I said I don't know. I don't think so.
A-Frey is a smart man. He's got he knows where his bread is buttered. You work on those shows. You don't badmouth any celebrity until after they're dead or their career is dead, and so he knows that.
It was almost like he was in some kind of delay, though.
Yes.
Because he said yeah so easily, and then was waited, and he was like, wait, no, I didn't say that. It's almost like he had like some kind of weird cell phone delay that the yes was to the question before the Tom Cruise thing.
Yeah, he was answering yeah to something else.
He can't run it. Because he goes, Tom Cruise. He goes, real hair, and he goes, yeah. And he goes, oh, no.
Yeah.
So you're right. It's like he's answering to Tom Cruise, yeah?
Because there's no way that he would have given up that information so easily.
And then he got so concerned, as we were mentioning earlier in the show, as I'm picking it up just to say goodbye to Kevin, he's yelling into the phone as if he thinks he was still on with Dan after Dan was already done with him, saying, I didn't say that about Tom Cruise's hair.
Oh, wait, has K-Frey ever had hair?
Oh, yeah, I actually had a picture of him I was going to use. He had a pretty light fro. It wasn't very thick.
Yeah.
And he had a nice stash. Kind of
No way!
Yeah. I'll bring that up tomorrow. It's in my arsenal now. But he had a very tight fro. He kept his stuff tight.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we can't compete with K-Frey. Like, he works it. Like, he's so much more fashionable and better looking than we are, so it's a different discussion. Wait, did I just say that?
That was just kind of like out of nowhere.
He's very handsome. He's a very handsome man. If you're listening, Kevin.
Well, let me see. Well, what the talk switched from hair to renovations in the man cave, in particular the bathroom, and then the boss came up with a clever idea for renovations.
Well, I thought if you did a double-decker.
Explain.
An upper.
Yeah, wait.
Not an upper decker.
Oh, okay.
But if let's say I had like steps that went up to a toilet, maybe like over here.
Okay.
Or what if I took this out
and put two?
And I had side by side.
Like the Russian Olympics.
Yeah.
Remember the Russian Olympics?
Yeah,
so if Amari Stoudemire and Brooklyn Decker are waiting to go on the show, they don't have to wait.
No.
Yeah, see, Dan does not care about that bathroom at all because he doesn't have to use it. But like the only way we get him to invest at all is if we remind him that guests use it, which is horrifying. Beyond all
horrifying.
Yeah, it's
on
terrible.
so many
horrifying
levels.
that for 6 years we've had like big time famous people go use that bathroom, and it's disgusting.
It's very fraternity looking.
Yeah. Oh no, I live in a fraternity house.
even cleaner
It's not that
fraternity
bad, but it literally has crumbling walls. Like the walls are not up to code.
It's definitely not green room of a national TV show bathroom.
But the green room is very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Well, here's the thing, though. I don't want Dan too involved in this because he'll take years to get this done. He'll call in a bunch of different people. We'll do it, then he'll have it all scrapped and do it again and again. So I think we have to literally go on a weekend and get this done. And when he comes back in, say, that's it. And then
honestly, like I think he was in that look-in. I'm not sure he had seen that bathroom in the 2 years.
No, he'd never been in
So
there.
we could just redo it. He won't even know.
Right.
And there's a big gap in the blinds where it's like open for, not that there's a whole crowd of people staring.
But
outside the
occasionally
window,
there is somebody standing there looking at you, and
or
you're
someone
like, how
trying
you
to
doing?
get in. You know,
Yeah.
one of us is trying to get back into the studio.
Sometimes if we need to reach you about a guest, I'll just walk
Just
outside.
go out the back.
Hey, Fritzy. What?
Just kind of peer through. You almost finished. 20 minutes. Half
What
an hour
time is
to 10.
Florio? An hour to 3. Yeah.
Come on, you got to be done soon.
2 flushes for yes.
Well, the bathroom talk didn't stop there. You guys talked further about renovations, and then DP came up with a clever show product idea.
What about my picture on the toilet seat?
Okay.
Where I'm just smiling.
This?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
How about your picture as like
Oh, the
a
urinal?
urinal cake?
Oh, those little lozenges?
We can get,
That you sort of,
I
urinal
can find
cakes.
that.
That'd be pretty
We
cool.
got a guy who does that.
Yeah, I do that. My face on one of those lozenges.
Or like, you know, when
You know,
there's a
maybe
bee
that's
there
what we should do.
sometimes?
Instead of like pint glasses, let's just start doing Dan Patrick Show urinal cakes and put them in bars all over the
Free
place.
So everybody can
Egg toilets.
You could pee.
take a leak on it?
Yeah.
So if you could just remove sort of the idea that people are going to be urinating all over the boss's face, all over the country, okay?
Just get that out of our mind.
There's no better form of marketing, okay? Because every dude, when they go into a bathroom, say they're at a bar, they're gonna break the seal, they go in there, the very first thing you do when you're about to pee in a urinal is one, spit on the urinal cake. So everyone is going to look right at that thing and then aim for it, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, Dan Patrick Show, I should check that out sometime. Just forget about the pee part of it. You're hitting your target demo in a way that you couldn't even possibly imagine.
Should we get like should we think bigger and maybe have like a wide urinal cake with the Danettes heads like around Dan's heads?
Or like
so you can pee on the Danette of your choice.
Dan Patrick toilet paper as you're in there, ply by ply. Each of the 5 of us, you know.
Interesting.
Gotta make sure it's a like 3-ply, like something
gotta have a
comfy.
3-ply.
You know, something comfy.
Fritzy, if you guys did have your own individual urinal cakes, which Danette is going to outsell the others?
Which is going to outsell the others? I'm going to say that
Well, I mean, this is a home game for you.
it is a home game. Who do most people want to urinate on? Is that basically what the question is?
Who would sell more?
I would think that McLovin's would maybe be the biggest seller. If we were going by just because of Paulie's known snarkiness, if the popularity of wanting to actually urinate on one of the Danettes out of for some kind of amusement purposes, then I think Paulie would give McLovin a good run for the highest selling.
If we were somehow to get a urinal here in our new bathroom, and we had Dan Patrick Show urinal cake, who do you think would be put in the urinal
Well, you're talking about maybe
of
some
us?
Oh, I think
Like,
like
we're-
some of the
Well, they change
the-
every month with the least
whoever, like
valuable
the
Danette.
cleaning lady or whoever would change it, right? One of the BRGs would be like, oh yeah, here I'll put Fritzy in there now. Who do you think that
well,
would
that
be?
could be
most
the
if
new
it's an
least
internal?
valuable Danette.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Put it at the bottom of the urinal. Literally. Fritzy, you chit chat with the cleaning lady.
I
quite a
did
bit.
chit chat with her. There've been a couple of
What's her
hugs.
name again?
Her name is Luann. That's not her name.
It's definitely not true.
That's not her name.
Oh,
I can't recall her name, but I
housekeeping
know she was
after
wearing
dark.
some
The man cave.
Brazil outfit a while back during the World Cup that I thought she looked very good in that.
How are her urinal cakes?
How are her urinal
Moving
cakes? She does wear tight tops. I will say that.
Okay.
She's attractive and she gets the
Okay,
job.
On that note,
I think we're trying to
DP
move on
talked
here
to
from
Vince
this.
Vaughn today
I don't
and
know if you can
almost got mouth to mouth, like Fritzy did from the cleaning lady. This is the Box Score, and it's powered by the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Every truck can tow a boat, every truck can climb a hill, every truck can haul a trailer. But not everybody has the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck on the road. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. Oh, we're back here on the Box Score. Paulie, you said you're taking Vince Vaughn in your top 5 of celebrities in their prime to hang out with. Who is at the top of that list?
Well, I guess if you let me go all time, I think I would probably go someone like Frank Sinatra. I think that would be a really good time and historical. But Vince Vaughn may be number one. He cracks me up. I'm going to go another one that's real sneaky for the bros and the ladies. David Spade. He's going to be a lot of fun. He's going to make you laugh. And there's no doubt there's going to be women around. That's what Spade does for a living, and he acts.
You see, Vince Vaughn was a big one for me because of Swingers. Like, we all wanted to be that.
Everybody wanted to be Vince Vaughn and Swingers.
You know, or like hang out with Vince Vaughn and Swingers. Right. So it's really tough. I mean, I think anything with Will Ferrell is amazing. I don't think he's a go out to bar guy.
He probably is, but bro time, Will Ferrell's gonna be top.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, just basically the cast of Wedding Crashers and Old School, and the Wilson brothers would be pretty fun too.
Anyone for you, Fritzy?
I would say I like Vince Vaughn a lot, but I lean towards Chris Rock. And he's a good-looking guy, but he's not as intimidating as where he's going to steal all the women right away. But I want to hang out with someone that's going to make me laugh a lot, where I also feel like I'm not going to get completely and utterly dominated, where there'll still be some attractive women left over for the rest of us.
See, I'm not really. I don't know. Maybe it's weird or not, but like I don't really think about like girls or like this dude's going to get you a lot of chicks and stuff like that, like spillover that kind of thing. I'd like just want to. All I really want to do is geek out on music with somebody. Like you drink a bunch of beers, drink some whiskey or something, smoke some heaters, and just geek out on tunes. So then I'd probably be like a Dave Grohl or somebody like that. Which I guess you're sitting with a rock star. There's going to be lots of girls around anyway.
Yeah, I felt like that.
But I'm really not interested in that at all, to be honest with you. If I'm having like a night out, I'd rather just listen to music.
Well, I think the important thing about Vince Vaughn is if you needed CPR, he's not a celebrity that's he's not afraid to give you mouth to mouth.
I would perform CPR with equal enthusiasm on anyone that needs CPR in that moment, Wilson or otherwise, man. If you find yourself choking on a piece of chicken, you're going to get my mouth on you.
I like that. I like that. But let me just narrow it down to the Wilson brothers.
Yeah.
Which one?
I think if CPR's on the table, it's going to happen. if you're talking about a blind date or a slow dance, you're talking about that's a different conversation. But CPR CPR is not about that. I would hope that if I'm ever in a situation where CPR is being applied, it's not a bedroom point of view. It's let's save this life point of view.
Where does Vince Vaughn, the character, end, and Vince Vaughn, the person? You know what's funny about this interview, though? He got real for a little bit when he was talking about his dramatic career. Yeah. Like, he came out of character and was just talking to Dan like a normal person. I'm like, wait, well, who is this? What if you hung out with Vince Vaughn and he was the most normal, boring guy ever? None of that, like, none of these, like, if someone needs CPR, I'm going to no, he's just like, hey, what's going on, guys? Like, is it possible that Vince Vaughn has been snowing us?
Yeah, I don't think Vince Vaughn is that good an actor where he could snow us. But if you know, a lot of times there are people that are really funny that go on some of these talk shows and they're just a dud. Even
like who?
I'd have to think about, but I've seen a number of very funny people that were like a really funny or they're comedians, and then once they're doing a talk show,
like Eddie Murphy is the worst interview in the world.
Even when they're set up ahead of time to like say something funny or they share a story ahead of time with the producers, they'll just bomb because they're so used to being scripted and memorizing funny lines. They're not necessarily actually.
Like I heard Chevy Chase on Howard Stern once, and it was an unbelievable interview. I learned more about Chevy Chase in that hour than I never ever knew, but it was not funny.
Right.
There was very few jokes at all. Chevy Chase was not trying to be funny. And if you at all,
but you're expecting it, right?
Yes,
you're disappointed.
But then you
have to be interesting.
Oh yeah,
is okay.
Interesting's great.
Yeah, it has to be interesting, right?
Right. There's some guys though who can't not be funny. Like Steve Martin, I've heard him interviewed before, only a few times, or Billy Crystal, and they may give you real answers, but they're also going to get their jokes in at some point.
You know, it is weird though. Like speaking of people, like their whole life is in a character, like Gilbert Gottfried, right? His whole fame persona is a character. You know, like that's not him in real life. In real life, he's just a normal dude. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm Gilbert. How are you? Nice to meet you. And then all of a sudden, he turns into this little guy, and you're like, his whole famous life is a total like a character.
Yeah, like Gallagher, for example. He sees a watermelon, he might slice it up and serve it to people. He's not gonna smash it.
That's right.
And his brother is gonna be like, no, I'm gonna be the guy.
Oh, the brother ripoff on the Gallagher. Don't go away. We got plenty more goofy stuff. Watermelons, White House, all that stuff on the Box Score. We're back here on the box score. Guys, it was announced that Mark Cuban will play the president in Sharknado 3. No, not Barack Obama, but a fictional pres. But can you name some other notable actors who have played fictional presidents in pieces of American cinema? Let's find out. It's pop quiz time. We'll tell you.
Yes.
The character's name and the movie. You tell us the actor. It's Roe versus Roe. And since you love him, you're gonna get him. Steals are on the table, baby. To the front row. This world-renowned thespian played President Thomas J. Whitmore in the 1996 hit about an alien invasion of the planet Earth. Who is he?
I don't know.
It's that fantastic character actor, good
One of
family
Paulie's
man,
favorites.
talented individual, thespian, man of the community, Bill Pullman.
And a 180 from Paulie. Yes, Bill Pullman. Next to Judd
Mile
Hirsch.
away.
Love his work.
He's no DB Sweeney. Next up, the back row. This Oscar winner portrayed Commander-in-Chief James Sawyer in the recent action thriller White House Down.
Now there's two exact same movies.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx, I think, is the one who.
For White House Down?
I think he's White House Down with Channing
Not
Tatum.
Black Hawk Down.
Or there's that other exact same movie where somebody else played the president, but I don't remember who that was. Jamie Foxx.
Let's go with Jamie.
It was Jamie Foxx, yes. And Morgan Freeman was not the president in the other one. I think he became president through people getting killed. Morgan Freeman. He climbed through 500 yards. Back to the front row. This actor has co-starred with DP in a couple Sandler flicks, but once played President Mays Gilliam in the movie Head of State. And not to...
Oh, yeah.
Chris Rock?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Chris Rock.
Wow.
Let's call.
Not Gillian on her 37th birthday. Back row, one more. This Saturday Night Live alum played President William Hanley in the movie My Fellow Americans.
Huh?
My fellow Americans. I have no idea who he is.
My Fellow Americans. He played a president.
Yes.
So.
SNL.
Jimmy Stewart.
Recent SNL. I think it's not going to give us.
Garrett Morris.
My Fellow
want me to rope the
Americans.
moon?
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Tim Meadows.
Just say, who's one of your favorite guys? Somebody versatile.
Phil Hartman.
You guys had a run in with
What's
this
his
guy.
name?
Norm Macdonald.
Who's the one that does Clinton's voice?
Daryl Hammond?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe.
Will.
Bill Hader? He plays everything.
Think it'd be Bill Hader?
No, I don't. I would think we would remember. My Fellow Americans. Okay, that would be
Will Forte.
former Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Robert Downey.
Yeah,
How
that
long
is
was he
a
in it?
solid guess.
1 year.
And it is solidly wrong. Front row, you can steal.
What's the name of the movie? My Fellow American.
Yes.
Oof.
Oh boy. How about Norm Macdonald?
Let's
go with Nami.
We just like Norm.
Yeah, no, it's good, but it's actually...
State of the Union.
It's Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd. You're looking at Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, of course, Dan Aykroyd.
Oh,
We have had a
I was going to say Dan Aykroyd because he plays everything.
So what am I, like the chief of
Jack
staff?
Lemmon, come on. Front row, your last one. The director of Independence Day also directed the disaster thriller 2012. Whose president, Thomas Wilson, was played by which actor?
2012.
Is that a straight to
Digging
DVD?
deep.
Not a
Straight
real
to
movie.
Blu-ray?
Oh, yeah.
Who played Thomas Wilson? Wilson, damn it.
2012.
How about Dennis Haysbert?
Back row, you got a guess?
Did he say the same director from Independence Day?
It's not Denzel Washington. Not Will Smith.
2012. So, like, I'm thinking of like character actors or African American. Andre Brower.
Who played? What's the name? Who's the actor that played the cop with the anti-Semite Mad Max? Who am I thinking of?
Danny Glover.
Mel Gibson?
Or Danny Glover.
Let's go with
Danny Glover's a good
We're gonna go
It
Danny
is
Glover.
absolutely Danny Glover. Briggs!
Oh!
What?
Anti-Semitism finally pays off.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That was crazy.
Fritzy got the question right. What is the date? March 4th, 2015.
You're one for your life.
But that's a pretty big crazy. We dug real deep. Yeah, that was just way
Obviously,
in the bottom.
did I go the right one? This one's for the back row. This guy was so talented. He not only played President William Harrison Mitchell, but he also played the man who looked just like him in Dave.
Oh, Kevin Kline. Are you kidding me?
That's a great one.
That's one of our all-time movies, Kevin Kline.
Yeah, it is Kevin Kline. It's wonderful.
Balances the budget by getting new toilets.
With that answer, your winners today are The Back Row.
Yes! That's crazy.
Yes! Yes!
Cubs win.
Take that.
The Cubs do win.
Stick around, get out your dictionaries. We will tell you what Ivy League trash talk sounds like. It's probably what McLovin just said there. This is the box score, and we are taking a break to remind you that the Ram Heavy Duty, with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower, does not need one. Guts, glory, Ram. We're closing up shop here on the box score. McLovin, serious question. How often did you see a fist fight at Dartmouth, or was there anything ever close to that?
If you ever read a newspaper, Google Dartmouth and you will see liquor problems. There were about 50 fist fights a night. Dartmouth was not an intellectual place.
Was a real problem.
Yeah, Dartmouth was the Animal House for real, but everyone.
Which is amazing that the people who like came up with the vomit then go to like run or like heads of state and stuff.
Well, not really. When you look at the way states are run, it actually all makes sense.
Was there a bar or a dorm room that you didn't want to go to, or a dormitory?
No, it was a big frat school. So I was in actually, believe it or not, I was in a tough guy frat. I'm not making it. It was called Theta Delta Chi, the Boom Boom Lodge. We had a secret handshake, no big deal. But there are a lot, see, the thing with the Ivy League schools, you gotta know, and this is true of Harvard too, there's like 1,000 kids in each class, 150 of each of them is football players. They really are big into football at Ivy League schools. And football players, by general, got in despite not having good grades.
Wow.
So they're not as intellectual places as you think they are.
Did you have to deal with like a rush week or do some kind of wild behavior
Yeah,
to
I
prove
had
you're one of the tough guys?
I had an inverse mohawk.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. I was a much different person back then because you did not want to mess up. It wasn't like NYU living at home in my parents'
taking
bedroom.
the Q train every day.
Yeah, it wasn't like taking.
Very fortunate.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've had
You
a
did not
couple of
want-
college experiences.
You didn't want to mess with me after a
Couldn't
couple of
close the door.
I guess not.
Yeah, open door policy.
Open
in the
door
Brooklyn
policy.
apartment.
Rarely in your fraternity house
tell
was
her
your
to put
mom
her-
down the hall while you were with a girl.
Yeah.
Rarely.
Tell her to put her blouse on. All right, Dad. Really? I thought you'd be on my side with
Blouse.
Keep the door open. You're under our roof. Really?
Oh, the Fritzy of fraternity house. McLovin, probably a master of the fist, but especially a master with the mouth, and he gave it to someone Ivy League style today.
I could bring up the 1992 standings when Jay Fiedler led the Big Green to an Ivy League title. No big deal.
No, you're right. It wasn't a big deal. Nobody knows that except you. And I apologize. I didn't know McLovin went to Dartmouth. I'll try to speak slower so he can keep up.
Wow. Well, isn't the Big Green something that you probably brought up after a long night of drinking?
Wait, by the way,
I think that's what they're known for up at Dartmouth, isn't it?
Yeah, nothing else to do up there, right?
Matt didn't know I went to Dartmouth because I don't bring it up every third paragraph like a Harvard grad.
Wow.
It's great, man. Ivy League trash talk is like one of my favorite things that we have right now.
I already put down Brooke Lopez from Stanford, which isn't even an Ivy League school.
Yeah,
So
is that a major or a hobby?
Yeah,
All-time great line.
Yeah,
All-time
I don't know how many. Are there any other Ivy League athletes out there that we could get?
We should start having more on, though. I can tell you that.
They're all like backup offensive linemen.
Right.
Like, we're gonna get
professional lacrosse players. We get a lot.
Oh yeah. I can't think. This guy.
That is like that joke though. It's like, how do you know like someone's like an Ivy League or a vegan or an atheist or something like that? It's like give them 5 minutes, they'll tell you.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That. You co-opted that really nicely.
Yeah. But Matt Burke is so cool though. It was kind of like it was easy for me to trash talk him because he was already in a good mood and fun. He said, I love his tattoo story too.
Yeah. That's a pretty lame tattoo.
He was so embarrassed.
I don't really get in the habit of judging other people's tattoo, but a little symbol above the ankle, that's kind of soft.
A little GPA.
That says
no
college,
offense.
by the way. That is such a college tattoo.
Ankle.
Yeah.
Hey, before we go, McLovin, what was the big annual party at your fraternity house?
Dartmouth had Winter Carnival, which was a very famous party.
Three-legged race.
But we were a big toga party. toga party
Do
house.
you guys do a big bonfire for football
That's
too?
school, yeah. There's a huge there's two
I've
parties.
been to that.
Oh yeah, there's bonfire and there's a water carnival. We were a toga party house. You know, toga, all that stuff. And we had an egg hunt. But we had this game called beer croquet, where beer croquet basically.
Every spring we got it together for the big egg hunt.
Beer croquet, you could not leave the field of play for 6 hours, and you had to drink about a keg worth of beer. So.
And then had a scavenger hunt.
It was not good. And then we had a scavenger hunt.
That's exactly what they did at Fritzy's house.
That's the best I could come up with from my experiences. That
All
would
right,
kill for an
Fritzy,
egg hunt.
who's on tomorrow, Mr. Egg Hunt?
We've got Angels manager Mike Scioscia, UFC bantamweight champion Ronda Rousey, who hopefully will join us for more than 14 seconds. And Matthew Perry, the new CBS sitcom The Odd Couple, Chandler Bing of Friends, Matthew Perry, all on the Thursday edition of the Dan Patrick Show.
Very nice. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for watching The Box Score. We're back tomorrow on Audience Channel 239. The podcast is available on iTunes or podcast1.com. Take care.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer. My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching The Box Score. Holy cow!